Ladies and gentlemen,
let's rock.
This is FanStream Sports.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please?
The following program is recommended for mature individuals and may contain material unsuitable for morons, cretins, and dishwipes. If you are a moron, please turn off your radio, because we don't need any more stupid, narrow-minded, pencil-neck geeks who wouldn't know the First Amendment if it came up and bit them on the butt. Thank you.
Yes. Welcome into the Colby Sapp IndyCarTim Show. I am, of course, Colby Sapp, alongside not the guy that I need to look this way. Now I need to look this way, as it's IndyCar Tim, and he's waving and doing things, and you can see it because I can see it. Congratulations to everybody. What's up, Tim?
I'm over here, Colby.
Oh, dear God. He broke his microphone. So things are happening in the world of technical difficulties, as Tim is the one that's in control of his own mic. My mic's working just fine, but Tim's, of course, is just flabbergasted and butterscotched. I don't even know if those words go together, but while he's trying to figure that out, we do have a great show planned for you guys tonight, as, of course, we bring you the good, bad, and the ugly. I also have a great news and notes that I'll have to tell you made me high-pitch laugh while I was doing that in the prep room. Tim and Gerb were in here doing their golf show. Well, Gerb wasn't here because he believes Kansas City chili's better than Texas chili. Tweet him about that.
No, he said it wasn't as good.
No, but that's the reason why he's there, is because of the chili. I'm making up stuff because he can't actually defend himself right now. Yeah, so it's the Colby Sapp Show. Tim's not even here. F that guy. You can see him, but you can't hear him, and that's quite all right. But yeah, no, the news and note story, I can't wait for you guys to hear that. So be sure you're tuned in and ready to rock and roll with that. I do have a couple of things that I need to get into real quick. As the first thing I need to get into is that since I have this time with Tim not being able to interject, I was seeing on the old Rotten Tomatoes that the Blue Beetle movie, the DC movie that is, it's gotten a pretty decent score, so hold on to your butts, as it was firing up at around 80% and had that little red tomato, not the splat, next to it, which caused a lot of question marks to fire off in my brain because it's a DC movie, and normally DC movies don't do well, except for maybe, Wonder Woman and or if Batman's doing a thing. By the way, the Batman 2, Bat, everything's been secured with that. Let me see if I can go through any of my other comic book knowledge as I rattle this around in my brain. Anything else that needs to be? Ahsoka, that got a rating of TV 14. So that's going to be on Disney Plus, and there's not really anything with that anybody can deal with or think that was going to be anywhere near different. I was kind of hoping for an MA, but, it's Star Wars, and they're still not going to go that far with the Star Wars product. They'll go that far with Marvel, but not with Star Wars. So those are a couple things. I will give you a heads up if you're rocking the Netflix.
I'm back, Colby.
Okay.
I figured out what it was.
Man, I'm still doing my own thing. You can shut up.
All right, I'm out.
So I was going through the Netflix today and found the Heart of Stone, the Gal Gadot spy thriller situation. If you have any inkling to watch it, do it.
War of the Roses.
Because it was good. No, it wasn't. It wasn't a comedy spy thing.
Oh.
If any, it wasn't anything like that. But it was good. I really enjoyed it for what it was. So got down with that. Another thing in the life of Colby to get to, as I'm just running through a little machine gun situation, is my son got sent home from work the other day.
Uh-oh.
So my son is he loves he loves to do different things with his hair, like color-wise. And I won't say where he works at, but enjoy if you like cheese and or cake,
where there might be a factory there.
Yeah, then that's maybe where he works at. So he And I know that I went through this a lot. I did a lot of different like hair colorings.
Yep.
Going through when I had the hair. Actually, my favorite was when I had really long black hair and I took the color out of the 2 strips in front.
Yep.
And so when I tied it back into a ponytail, I looked like a skunk.
I can see that.
I thought that was super cool. But he went with the super Joker green.
All over?
Long
hair?
Yeah, it was semi-long hair. And he went with that, and he showed up at work, and there's like they told him to go home.
People at the factory didn't like that too much.
No, they didn't, and he was mad.
So did he not have any idea that might happen if he did that?
No, because other people that work there have like odd colors and stuff in their hair, and nobody's ever said anything. But I think he just went full shock factor because this is not like a green streak. This was
or like a tint. This was full blown.
This was This yours is it's green, and
his is as green as I am bald.
Right. And he was pretty upset with that whole thing because he's been doing really, really, really good at like, doing everything right at this job. And so the fact that because he saw everybody else different colored hair, he's like, there's nobody's going to care.
Right.
And so
they cared.
He was so upset and so defeated by it. And I was like, oh, man, well, you can't go anywhere because you got that car payment, bud.
So, no way.
Yeah.
How old is he?
Huh?
How old is he?
He's 20.
Okay. Yeah, mine's
about to be.
Mine's avoided the car payment up to this point, but he's sure looking.
No, it's what he wanted. I'm proud of that boy, but yeah, man, he was so defeated. So hey, Cheesecake Factory or wherever that is.
Oops.
Get your S right and let that boy go to work.
Definitely. I mean, come on. You don't have to wear hats.
Well, I mean, you can.
Or, normally in a factory, you wear a hard hat.
Right.
Oh, that would be a funny bit if they just had all their employees wearing hard hats because they're in a factory.
That would be a funny bit. He's probably also, if he ever listens to this portion of the podcast, probably freaking out right now.
Because you're talking. You didn't even say his name, though.
I didn't.
You said my son.
Yeah, don't look at my arms up close or zoom in. We're good.
Because it's there.
Mm-hmm. As we're wrecking this thing. Tim! I know it's later on down, but, man, we haven't had a chance to talk about that there preseason game. Did you watch any of the Dallas Cowboys preseason game?
I did, Colby, because, once again, I am given online play-by-play duty from that Sports Illustrated. So not only do I get to watch the game, I get to literally type out every single play that occurs during the game.
That sounds amazing.
It's not.
Sounds like you have a great job there. Also, man, I got to tell you, number one, I'll give you my takeaways from the game real quick because we have other things to talk about in the sports report.
We do.
Number one takeaway is I can't tell any difference in the offense yet.
I mean, it's been one game and Dak wasn't there. Speaking of Cowboys, Colby, we do have a comment from the unknown Facebook user. How many starters should play in Seattle? All of them. Have we seen enough of Shorty? I'm assuming you mean Deuce Vaughn. Right. And I would say no, we need to keep seeing him because he's probably your number 2 back. Jerry Jones, how silly does he look? He looks quite silly ever since the facelift. I'll go ahead and say that. He looked like a normal person before, but now it's been so long since the facelift. Nobody remembers what he looked like before. He paid Martin's fine. I'm not sure that's true because I don't think you're allowed to do that anymore.
Yeah, I don't think you can.
Unless he did it under the table, which I firmly believe, but yeah, you're not really allowed to.
Officially, he didn't pay the fine.
Oh, it's Ron. Okay, hey, Ron. Thanks for popping on. If you guys have already covered, my bad. No, we have not. As a matter of fact, we're just now getting into content because I had some technical issues with my microphone because the cough button was pushed down and I didn't know it.
Dummy. Okay, so as far as Deuce, I need to see more of him.
Yes,
I need to see a lot more of him. And the other running backs that are in that squad that they're throwing out there because they're not letting any of the starters play, I don't need to see any of them anymore.
I'll tell you one starter that needs to play the rest of the 2 preseason games, that Prescott character.
No, he doesn't.
He needs to play. He doesn't. Dude, what did he do? He sat out the entire preseason last year.
Right.
And he sucked when he started playing, and he got hurt.
Okay.
Idiot.
Well, you probably need to not start off there with me. We don't have enough time in this segment to get to where again. You're also too close to me to have. There's
I
not
need to
a
move
wall.
back into that other
There's
room
not
in
a
there.
wall in between us right now. So if you're just going to start jumping on that bandwagon, I'm just going to pull a Bart Simpson. And I'm going to start kicking.
And again,
and if you get hit, it's your own damn fault for being there.
Not a Dak hater. I just don't think he's playing his best football the last couple of years. That's all. And I think he needs the practice in the preseason. I get not playing in game one, fine. But there's a plethora of starters that need to play more and more as this preseason happens. And you only get 3 games now, thank God. Probably don't even need 3. Probably just need 2. But, dude, I think the starters have to play at least a half, at least in the last game, right? For sure, they're all going to play for the first half.
No, they're you're not going to see a starter play any part of this preseason.
I hate that.
And I actually, you know what? I'm going to agree with you, and not because of the Dak Prescott hate or anything along that lines. I agree because of the implementing of a new offense and what we're seeing when we're watching, from the training camp film or the plays that pop up or all the Dak interceptions that's supposedly happening in training camp is a lot of that has to do with implementing a new playbook and putting in different positions and with different players out there running these plays. And so with that, I do want to see Dak Prescott out there for a little bit in a preseason game. But we're not going to see it.
I would like to see him. I would like to see him with Cooks. I would like to see him out there with Lamb. I would like,
with the full offensive line and everything, you're going to have to if you're going to put him out there.
Yes, and you have to, man.
But you're not.
We're going to go into the season not knowing what we have with Dak, just like we have the last 3 or 4 preseasons.
Well,
and now you've got a new offense for him to learn.
That goes back to my other point, is I don't think you're going to be able to tell the difference in this offense.
And you know how disappointing that's going to be.
This Tex Coast offense is. I'm watching training camp film. I'm watching all the things, and I can't tell a damn difference. And maybe there's somebody out there that can look at this thing and go, oh yeah, well there's that and there's that and there's that. That's different.
We need to get exclusive on.
And maybe he can
talk about it.
Exclusive.
But no, man. If this offense doesn't look the same, I'm going to flip a table.
Well,
because it's asinine and it's ridiculous. And you know what? If that's the point, or if that's the case, Kellen Moore wasn't the problem. Mike McCarthy's the problem, and he needs to be gone today.
Well, and I'm not prepared to go that far because I do believe that this is the best team that we've seen in a Dallas Cowboys uniform since.
Agreed.
I'll go. This is
2014?
better. This is better than the 2017.
Okay.
So
team was pretty good.
Yeah. This is a better team, and this is also a weaker NFC.
Big time.
So
because Philly's not going to win it again.
This is your opportunity to do that thing that you haven't done in the NFC Championship game. This is the year, and the only thing that I believe that can actually stop you is if your offensive line turns into Swiss cheese. And I still think you have a good season because your defense looks like it's made of Hulk juice.
So you're going to win all your games like 17-14?
Correct.
I'm okay. As long as you're winning, I don't give a crap.
Well, it's probably going to be more along the lines of not making a field goal because, God, find a guy that can kick a field goal.
Dude, he missed one.
He missed an extra point.
God almighty.
I'm already yelling, and we haven't even found out what day is it, Tim.
Are you Fujiyama?
Oh, thank you, Samurai Cop. I appreciate it.
What they say? Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back.
If you don't like yelling, Colby, then I'm sorry because we're about to get into actual Cowboy season. That causes yelling, Colby, a lot, and frustration and all of that. That's just going to happen. So
yeah, if you don't like yelling, Colby, you don't like this show, man. Because Ron had some comments here we missed.
Oh, damn.
He says, I agree. Getting some reps is not going to be bad. A lot of starters got some time in fake football so far. Yes, Bill Parcells was here last year. No, Dak may have been benched. Okay. If Bill Parcells was a coach here, Dak Prescott would not be the quarterback. I'll tell you that right now. In my opinion,
quarterback. Hold on, wait.
Somebody else.
Just somebody else.
Wouldn't be Dak. Dak probably wouldn't have made the team.
No, because we know how well the tuna is at picking the quarterback out.
Phil Simms, Jeff Hostetler. I mean, two of the greatest quarterbacks ever to play. I'm just kidding. About to hear Colby yell again.
Jeff Hostetler wasn't bad.
He wasn't great. Phil Simms was better than Jeff Hostetler.
I don't know about that.
Dave Brown.
Oh, man. Look at this guy go.
Oh, my gosh. Colby Otani just went yard on John Gray, by the way, as the Rangers are down 1-0 early. Colby, ask me what day it is.
I did. What day is it, Tim?
Colby, thanks for asking. Today is August 16th. It is a Wednesday, my dudes, at 7:16 p.m. As we get, we had music, didn't we? I forgot we played music for this already. I wish we had somebody to produce this thing.
Anybody want to come produce our show?
We're taking applications by, really, you just have to show up.
Right. Hey,
Help if you knew how to run the board, too.
that'd be nice.
Colby, today, National Work From Home for Wellness Day.
Well, we should have been at home.
So you can't just have National Work From Home Day, which I think should be every day.
Right.
But it's got to be for a specific purpose, and it's for wellness.
So if you're sick.
I guess.
But also, I'm guessing it's the mental health aspect, too, not just if you got a cough.
I mean, Colby, it is National Airborne Day, and I don't mean the medicine thing that you take.
So that you don't get sick while you're in the air?
No, this is actual...
Like airborne viruses?
Past, present, and future contributions of American airborne troops.
Oh, so this isn't like the new Jordans that are only for secret agents?
Oh, God, is that a thing?
Airborne.
I get you. Okay. You know what?
That was better than what your reaction was. The joke was better than what your reaction was.
Man, it took us a long time to get there.
It didn't. It just took you a while to get there.
Airborne. Well, I don't know anything about tennis shoes. I thought you were being serious.
Come on, Nike Airs.
No, I get it now. I get it.
It's even like an old shoe. Never mind. I'll hit you with
The
something
fact
later.
that we're still talking about it shows how overrated it was.
It wasn't. It was properly rated by me.
Was it?
Yeah.
Colby, it's National Authenticity Day.
Nope.
Authenticity is not needing external approval to feel good about your actions.
You know what? I don't need you to feel good about my jokes.
Screw you. I like my actions, not Colby's jokes.
That's right.
And to get specific once again, we have National Backflow Prevention Day, and no, it's not farts.
What?
Join us as we celebrate and honor backflow prevention professionals this August 16th.
Sewers?
So, I don't know, we got pictures of like water valves. Yeah, sewer valves. So I'm assuming it's sewers.
Okay.
Because when it's a fire, it's called backdraft, right?
Yes.
Which could also be a fart.
Right.
You can have backflow, I call that band name.
By the way, speaking of sewers, the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie is set to, looks like it's going to hit like $1 billion on a release.
Why do we need that?
Oh, we do. It looks awesome.
The animation looks terrible. I don't even know if I can watch it.
It's like computer-generated Gumby animation. I'm so into that. Let's go.
Why?
Because you're not, so therefore it has to be good.
Do we need another Teenage Mutant? Do we need any Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movies?
All the time.
Wasn't Megan Fox in one of those?
She sure was.
Oh, man, I saw
It was
that one.
it was the Michael Bay one.
I think I saw that one, and we didn't need that one either. Colby, it's National Energy Multiplier Day.
So caffeine.
Stay hydrated and get your energy boost from this exciting blend of matcha, guayusa, and ginger. Sounds like something you would drink.
It's okay. I don't need anything to usually. Nah, green tea's the best spark you need before you go to the gym. Anything else is just overdoing it.
I mean, the drink they're showing on the screen is green, so I'm right out. I do not ingest green things except for lettuce and guacamole.
Okay. So spinach, you're right out.
Oh, I'm way out on spinach. Nope. Colby, National Independent Worker Day today. We're wishing a happy National Independent Worker Day to all of those who are self-employed.
Okay. Well, we're kind of going to be there.
We're kind of there.
Yeah.
And a day there's 2 days here I can get into big time, Colby, and I feel like we need to combine the two.
Okay.
One of my all-time favorite things in the entire world. I don't know how I would do now. but as a kid, teenager, I loved roller coasters. It's National Roller Coaster Day today.
Oh, I love roller coasters.
And there is no way to enjoy a good roller coaster than to celebrate National Rum Day at the same time as you're celebrating National Roller Coaster Day.
That can't be a good combination.
Chug a freaking handle of rum before you get on the roller coaster.
I don't know. Nobody should ever chug a handle of just about anything.
I chug handles of Fireball all the time.
You chug the whole thing. Never make that noise and or that face at me.
While I'm looking at you?
Yeah, no.
You ready for me to go back in the other room yet?
Yeah, I've been ready since we started. I kind of like the whole thing about your mic being off.
Chloe, did you know that me and a buddy of mine in middle school set a Six Flags record for the most consecutive rides on the Shockwave in 1983.
So what was that record? 12?
The record was 22, and we made it 27.
Huh.
They didn't make us wait in line or anything. We would get off, we'd walk around, and they'd wave us up to the front. They're like, "That's all right, they're working on a record." And everybody was like, "I want to work on a record."
Right.
So, but yeah, we made it 27 times, and by the time we finished, we're walking over to the Spinnaker or something, and our knees were just kind of
The Spinnaker.
Remember the Spinnaker?
I do. The vomit hurler it was.
Dude, it was awesome.
I love the Spinnaker.
You know why we rode the Spinnaker? So Six Flags
because the bench seating
and centrifugal force.
Yes, so you, as the dude, you sit in the back, and the lady sits in front of you, and the centrifugal force drives her ass into your crotch.
As a 13-year-old, there was no better place to be, man.
It was after that, you went straight to the cave.
Yeah. Let's go to the cave.
Let's go to the cave.
Go to the log ride so my pants can be wet for real.
That's right.
Because, man, Six Flags was our social media. That and the skating rink and the mall.
Right.
That's where we went to meet chicks that went to other schools.
The Spinnaker.
And the first thing we do, man, when we met girls at Six Flags, "Hey, y'all want to go ride the Spinnaker?"
Right.
And they knew immediately, "Oh, I like this guy.
Uh-huh.
Let's go." I didn't know what to do when I got there because I was 13.
No, I mean,
I just played with it a little bit. Colby,
thanks, LA Knight, for agreeing with it, just playing with it for a little bit. If you had just playing with it for a little bit on your
probably
Colby
the name of our
Sapp
episode.
IndyCarTim bingo card, you win. By the way, if you did have that, we need you to let us know on our text line, the FanStream Sports text line, 214-937-0569. Do that so that, we know that you're there and stuff. I don't know.
Colby, it's also, I feel like we've been doing this since the show started, National Tell a Joke Day today.
No, I've only told one. The rest of it was just facts of life.
And then we're getting back to the boring days, Colby. It's Royal National Agricultural Show Day.
Oh, vomit.
What the hell is wrong with people?
Stupid Aggies.
No. Gig 'em.
That's what they're about, right?
I guess. I don't know things, Colby.
That's the reason why you're an Aggie.
Gig 'em, baby. Ron's still chiming in, Colby. Is he still with us? I can't believe Ron is still with us 27 minutes into the show. He says, "The cave was awesome. I used to get in trouble when you stood up and made the thing stop." Oh, yeah. Yeah, they didn't like that. He said, dude with the flashlight in the corner would say, "Sit down." I remember that. We used to try to get out.
Right.
And walk around inside the cave. And
no, never did that because the only reason why I was there was because that was make-out time.
Dude, there was lots of make-out times at Six Flags. Saw Debbie Gibson at Six Flags.
Did you?
Yeah, I wanted to make out with her.
I can't remember. I went
Security wouldn't let me.
I went with a church one time. I think we saw DC Talk.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're listening to Memories of Six Flags from the 80s with Colby and Tim. Jeez. Good times, man. Going down memory lane.
By the way, if you had DC Talk on your Colby IndyCarTim bingo card, you win more than the other people did.
Oh, my God.
This is that part. This is that segment to where I go through all the people that are born today, and I look through the list, and I make my own list out of the people that are famous enough to make my list, and I offer them up to you, as well as Tim and myself, to find out who on this list is the good person, the bad person, and or the ugly person. And starting off today, we have, just because I was always really too excited whenever he was playing with the Texas Rangers, so he had to make it on here was Delino DeShields Jr.
Dude, I like Delino.
Turns 31 years old today. Is it because of your love of the Montreal Expos?
A little bit.
Okay, yeah. Because Delino Delino Daddy was on that team.
He was. He was a good Expo.
So
Montreal Expos.
always rooted for DeShields Jr., man. Just wanted him to make
Because he was kind of an underdog, right? On
Right.
the Rangers? Yeah,
Yeah.
he wasn't supposed to be on the team.
So there's that. Your wrestler that you will know on today's list passed away in 1997, but it's one Fritz Von Erich's birthday today.
Dude. He was an innovator.
Yep, the Claw.
Or if you're Asian, the craw.
No, you can't.
Isn't that how the
wish we had
Asian
a-
phenom, what was his name?
Wish we had a dump button right now.
Take a dump, too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's not what you meant.
No.
Internets.
Are you trying to grab Mr. Fuji into this?
Are you Fujiyama?
Man, if somebody was a master of drops and could have played that right after I said that, that'd have been amazing.
What's all on a different page?
Yeah, 2015 passed away, but was known for, being a color commentator, but also because he had a big pickle. It's Frank Gifford.
You know what? I give Frank Gifford a lot of credit. Number one, he was a really good football player, right? Back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
You know, after he got body slammed by like Bronco Nagurski or something.
Right.
But man, he was married to Kathy Lee Gifford
Yep.
for a long time, and she's a train wreck.
Well,
She was even a train wreck back then,
I mean, according to
but I still would.
myth, because I've never seen it, old Frank was packing a big Gifford.
Did he have a Milton Berle?
So maybe that's what caused the train wreck.
I mean, Kathy Lee's not terrible. I don't know how old she is now. She's probably 80, but I probably still would.
Probably did something to her brain. Oh.
Yeah, because it reached all the way up in there.
Right.
Up in there.
You know what? My phone is recording everything we're saying, and it's
Oh, no. Are you
search
going
it on the internet. I'm gonna stop.
text
it.
somebody?
That whole conversation was about to go out.
Tweet it. Exit.
Turning 37 years old today. The cause for one of the few times I actually sang on the radio. Yu Darvish.
You don't want him back, do you?
Yeah. Always.
No, I'm done with you.
Can you imagine him stepping into the bullpen when we need him?
Yeah.
Dude. That would work.
Oh, that reminds me, I forgot something. I have to text a kid, have him take a picture of it for us.
All right. It's Sergeant Al Powell's birthday today, otherwise known as Reginald Vell Johnson, 71, or probably Carl Winslow.
He was in Die Hard.
Yes, that's Sergeant Al
Oh, is that his
Powell.
name? I didn't know. I couldn't
Yeah,
remember his name.
the Twinkie Man.
Yeah.
That's the reason why.
By
I
the
made
way,
this list.
Colby, I have some interesting things about Die Hard for you. I'm going to blow your mind.
I don't know if you can.
Well, it won't be me because it's a TikTok video that we're going to present.
All right. The guy that made Thor Ragnarok so awesome, but also was responsible for that Love and Thunder, is Taika Waititi. His birthday's today. He's 48 years old.
That's a director?
That is the director.
Why do they call him Taika Waititi?
That's his name.
That's his actual name?
That's his actual name.
No.
You don't believe there's other nationalities out there that have different ways of naming their peoples?
Taika Waititi.
Yes.
There's no way that's a real name. It's like Tua Tagliavoa. That's not a real name.
There's no way that's not a real name. Nobody's making that up.
Someone made it up.
So James Cameron is 69 years old today.
The magical 69.
Cameron Moynihan, he's 30 years old. He was the Joker guy in the Gotham TV series. That's all I really know him by.
Was he good?
He's all right. Yeah, he's all right. Angela Bassett turned 65 years old today.
Dude, you know what?
What?
She's not that bad.
Oh, she's really hot, dude.
She played Tina Turner once.
Played her well.
She did. Probably better than Tina Turner did.
Yeah. Steve Carell turned 61 years old today. It's kind of funny.
What? You don't even like funny things.
I like funny things. Most things aren't funny.
The Office ruined his career. He was going along great. Doing Anchorman stuff. Dude, he was Britt Tamlin. He was awesome. He enjoyed a nice pair of pants, and he used to put mayonnaise in his toaster. And then The Office came along and derailed him because that was maybe the worst thing that's ever been on TV.
Not according to everyone else.
Well, everyone else is dumb and wrong because that was the dumbest show I've ever tried to watch.
Probably made more money off of that than he has anything else in his entire life.
Probably going broke.
No, because they keep playing it still, Tim. It's everywhere.
It's dumb.
You can't flip 5 channels without a rerun of The Office playing.
I think there are channels specifically to show The Office.
Yes.
It's a terrible idea.
And Madonna turned 65 years old today. Would you? Like right now.
Well, as terrible as she looks now, yes. So I could say I did Madonna. I wouldn't have to say when I did Madonna.
I mean, what if they were like, oh yeah, when was that?
Before?
No. I would have said like
yesterday.
Before I walked in the room.
Yeah, yesterday.
So
Colby, who would have thought in I don't know.
Think there's like when this happens, you just kind of walk in there and then you find other people that are in there too with you. They got lost. And like one guy's like, hey, if you can help me find my car keys, we can back my truck out. You think that's what happens?
God, I hope so.
It's just like wild hillbillies are just running around mining for stuff. I don't know how we got in here, but it's swampy.
I don't know. Sean Penn was there. Dennis Rodman was there.
I'm saying.
Elvis was probably. Well, he should have been really young.
Yeah,
Colby, who would have thought, like, let's flash back to 1987.
Mm-hmm.
We've got Madonna, Lucky Star, and Virgin stuff going on.
Like a virgin.
Hot as all get out, right?
Uh-huh.
Then we've got Roseanne Barr.
Right.
Fat, obnoxious, like, fake comedian, whatever.
I mean.
So fast forward from 1987 to 2023, and I'm going to tell you in 1987 that when we get to 2023, Roseanne Barr is better looking than Madonna. Because it's true.
I mean,
Madonna's destroyed her face.
Well,
I don't know what happened. It's not attractive.
She went British.
Good day, mate.
That's what happened. And that is your birthday list for today. So if you've been playing along at home and writing down, you probably have your good, bad, and ugly already.
Colby, you forgot Spy Cake and Young Thug.
Didn't.
You probably didn't. That girl's too young to read her name. I'm supposed to do Facebook running.
I mean, if you want to.
Colby, celebrating Facebook birthdays today. I mean, I guess it's probably either actual birthday. I don't have to say Facebook birthday, right?
Right.
Classmate of mine lived around the corner. We used to carpool together when it was cold. Jason Connor turns 52 today.
He's trying to protect you against that Skynet. It's John Connor.
Right. No, that's probably his brother.
Uh-huh.
Because we go back in time and everything. Colby, biker chick that used to ride around with her and her husband, Regan King.
Okay.
Birthday today.
Hi, Ronald.
Colby, ex-mother-in-law from wife number 2. I didn't even know she was on my Facebook, to be quite honest. But Kathy Cobert is 73 today. I guess I read her age.
Mark that and take out the word book.
Did I say book? Oh. I didn't know she was on my face. There, I did it clean.
Mark that too.
Colby, celebrate a very special birthday on Friday that I have to give a shout out to because he's a friend of the show, friend of us. One Kenny Smith has a birthday on August 18th on Friday. You'll know him from Kenny and Jessica.
Oh, I thought you were Kenny the Jet.
Kenny the Jessica Smith.
Okay.
Has a birthday. And by the way, we'll be having a big birthday showdown for him out at Revel on Saturday night. So everybody come hang out. And that's looks like it until we get to
the Monday.
To the Monday. Yeah. So Colby, my good. Couple I could go here, man. I mean, DeShields, Von Erich, Gifford, Bassett. Colby, my good is Fritz Von Erich.
All right.
because he birthed all the other Von Erichs.
He did birth all the other Von Erichs.
Because that DNA was all up in there. Except for the fake Von Erichs, like Lance Von Erich. He wasn't a real Von Erich.
No, he wasn't a real Duke either.
He was supposed to be a cousin. Mm-hmm. Saw him wrestle at my high school. They touted, the Von Erichs will be here. And then Lance showed up. I'm like, he's not even a real Von Erich. And like, no one knew that at the time.
He got the mic, and he's like, I'm Big Red.
If you don't like Big Red, fuck you. Colby, my bad. I mean, it's pretty simple here.
Is it?
Steve Carell.
Okay.
My bad.
Even though he played Get Smart.
That was a good, well, see, that was all before The Office. Office ruined him, man. Colby, my ugly. I could go with Taki Watiti.
Okay.
I have no idea what he looks like, but that's not his real name. I don't know who Cameron Moynihan is. You related to Bridget Moynihan or Bobby Moynihan?
I can't confirm nor deny.
Angela Bassett's not ugly. So Colby, Madonna. Never thought I would say that. Is my ugly.
Okay.
For today. Ugh, God, it pains me to say that.
My good is, of course, one Sergeant Al Powell. Reginald Vell Johnson, 71 years old today. Anybody that eats Twinkies on a Die Hard movie is automatic good. Just automatic good.
Automatic for the people.
That's right. My bad.
Do it. Do it.
You know what? My bad is just because of what she's done to what she had. Madonna.
See?
65 years old. She's my bad.
God,
and
65.
And my ugly is Frank Gifford.
Do you think Madonna's going to have a party when she turns 69?
Of course. He's probably releasing a new porn book that also has words in it.
Did you ever read that book?
I didn't.
I mean, there wasn't a lot of reading, but...
I didn't.
By the way, there's your Madonna. Now at 65. That's broken.
That's Clayface.
That is broken, dude.
Looks like somebody, you know.
That's just...
Looks like she's spiritually hungry.
Well, she says she is, for sure.
So... Sports report. And before I throw this to a commercial, I want to tell you guys about a maybe opportunity for you to join the Colby Sapp IndyCarTim Show, as throughout the football season, we are going to be making our picks, to kind of the way that we set up bets and such like that through our picks, and we keep track of them, and it's just for fun. And we are, of course, going to bring along special guests to play the third slot of our picks. But one thing that I thought would be really, really, really cool is that if you are a listener through the podcast download, or if you're a live watcher, one of the few of you guys, maybe you would like an opportunity to jump on here with us and make some picks. And we can do that through our fan text line. So with that opportunity, I'm just going to put that in your ear, that if you'd like an opportunity to be on the Colby Sapp IndyCarTim Show and make your football picks, I'm actually doing this without even Tim's knowledge. We didn't discuss this.
Nope.
It'd be pretty cool if y'all wanted to jump on and make your picks too. And we could have that with a guest line, everything like that, and you could be on the show for a little bit.
Or if you're local, you can just come up to the studio and do it with us.
Sure can.
For one segment.
And
get the hell out then.
Yes. Or either that, or if you bring enough, we'll
bring beer.
Yeah. We might have you on for, sure. So, but coming up next, we do have our sports report, and then we've got a little list. This. Tim's probably went to Ranker and found something to do with comic books that's going to piss me off. More than likely. That's all coming up on the Colby Sapp IndyCarTim Show.
Hello, sports fans.
FanStream Sports.
Hey, you like golf? There's a good chance you do, because I said so. But what do you need playing golf? Well, you need clubs, right? Clubs, you need balls. The thing that people don't usually think about is that golf bag. And that's what most people see when they look at your golf clubs, like right off the bat. And if you've got a raggedy bag, it's not doing you any favors, bud. So get you a new bag. Go over to orca-golf.com. Orca-golf.com. Why are you going there? You're going there because you want a golf bag, but you want one that's kind of screams you. So you want to pick the colors. Well, you can use your own custom colors. Maybe you have a logo in mind. Maybe it's your logo. You're like Prince. You just have a symbol. That's the case. Dude, you can get your logo on there. Your name, just get it done exactly like what you want it done by actual designers. Nothing goes out of their factory without the approval of the founder, Erica Bennett, who is just brilliant. We've seen some of her bags. We've got one of them actually in the studio. And you know what? Dude, it looks good. If you want other people to look at your golf setup and go, man, that just screams Frank. You want that? Then go over to orca-golf.com. Do yourself a favor and use the promo code DSP10 for 10% off and free shipping. I'll say that again, DSP10 for 10% off and free shipping. So do it today because Orca Golf is the best choice in the game.
Hi, golfers. IndyCar Tim here. I want to talk to you a little bit about Golf Central Magazine. It's not just a golf magazine. It's the magazine for everything. Turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Head over to golfcentralmag.com and check out the latest issue. Some of the regular features in Golf Central Magazine: the Golf Bachelorette of the Month, the Golf Bachelor of the Month, the Golf Cart Girl of the Month, Golf History, Grip It and Sip It. So head over to golfcentralmag.com. It's free. It's the magazine for everything: turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Golf Central Magazine at golfcentralmag.com. We'll see you there.
All right, guys, time to talk a little bit about turf life. You've seen the hats on our heads. You've been or seen the video of the studio. You've seen that the decals are all over the place. Turf Life. Man, it's the brand that salutes the consumer and industry players everywhere whose lives involve turf. What does that mean? That means if you play or have a business or, maybe you're a sports educator, you're going to be on turf at some point. So you live the turf life. So go ahead and tell everybody you live the turf life by having your Turf Life window decal or, the hat or the keychain or the something. Along that lines, just go to turflifeclub.com and become a turf head. That's what it's called when you live the turf life. You're now a turf head. And you can go join the club today and snag that window decal or snag any other special Turf Life accessories and go over there to that website, which is turflifeclub.com, and get your stuff and show everybody that, man, I'm all about that turf life. And then you just kind of raise your coffee mug at them and go, yeah, turf life, baby. That's what it's about. And then that's the end of the commercial. Ding. That means it's done in microwave talk.
Hey, listeners, make sure you check out the brand new FanStream Sports in-studio text line. You can reach us during any of our live shows or 24/7 at 214-937-0569. That's 214-937-0569. Text us 24/7, day or night, and we'll reply to you and make you part of the show.
Coming back at you.
Now, more FanStream Sports.
Welcome back to the Colby Sapp IndyCarTim Show, a united Colby Sapp IndyCarTim Show.
What?
Back in the same room for the first time since
the last time.
February, maybe March.
Was it?
Probably March, I think. Back when we had G as our producer.
Gary.
That guy, whoever that guy was. I don't even remember who that guy was anymore.
Well, the bottom line is he's not here anymore.
Bottom line is he's not producing for us anymore. That's
right.
For damn sure, whatever he's doing. Yes, it is a Wednesday here at the FanStream Sports Studios as we get feedback on our camera angle and our new look in the studio. Yes, to all of you out there, I'm not sure if this is a permanent setup. It's just something we threw together for tonight.
Tim threw together. I had no input
Colby
whatsoever.
wasn't even here when I put this together. I'm not a huge fan of it either, but I do disagree with the notion that it's too close. I don't think it's too close. I would like to see it closer.
I need more me.
Let's see. Here's more Colby right here. That's how Colby wants to do the show.
Oh, yeah, no. That view right there, little tricep
That's just
flex.
how Colby wants to do it all night.
Yeah, just kind of looking at you like, yeah, man, what's up, dude?
Fake tricep showing.
That's really it. It's really there. Just that one.
Huh, just that one.
Yeah.
What does the other side look like?
I mean, it's there.
That's not as impressive. Did you skip right arm day?
No.
Is that a thing?
You just do one arm.
Right arm day.
I just left arm the whole time. I don't know why I was doing like this. I guess that's the only thing it's in charge of. Oh,
for the love of God.
Sports, Tim. What's up?
Colby, it's time for the 7 40-something sports report right here on Drunk Sports.
Woo!
Oh, wait. Oh, God, I also said Drunk Sports.
Mm-hmm.
Shots fired.
And, oh, yeah, we have music down here. I forgot. Colby, there's a couple of things to discuss here in the sports world. One of them very near and dear to our heart because it involves a former Dallas Cowboy.
It does.
And I will tell you right here and now, my philosophy has always been once a Dallas Cowboy, always a Dallas Cowboy.
Truth.
Colby, no more.
What?
Because we have a former Dallas Cowboy that I will never, ever again in my life consider to have ever been a Dallas Cowboy. And that is your new Pro Football Hall of Famer / National Anthem singer, DeMarcus Ware. Colby, DeMarcus Ware can go straight to holy hell as far as I'm concerned and never show his face in the city of Dallas again, even though I think he lives here still.
Okay.
Do you know what's happening with him and his Hall of Fame thing? Have you seen have you seen his Hall of Fame whatever locker booth, whatever they have in the Hall of Fame for the players? Not the bust, but the display.
No.
Colby, there is not one mention of the Dallas Cowboys anywhere in his Hall of Fame, whatever it is. Like not a reference. Not played for the Cowboys from here like 7 years, right?
Right.
Played with the Cowboys before going on to the nothing. There's not one not drafted by the Cowboys, not played for the Cowboys. There's no Cowboys jersey, no Cowboys helmet, no Cowboys photos. It is all Denver Broncos related.
How many
And
years did he play for the Broncos?
Not as long as he played for the Cowboys.
Well, I'm aware of that. Is it
I will tell you.
2, 3?
Maybe like 4, I'm thinking. DeMarcus Ware played from 05 to 2016, Colby.
Uh-huh.
He played 9 years in Dallas, 3 years in Denver.
It didn't seem like enough, but he did win the Super Bowl with Denver. So you know what? I don't even really freaking care.
I do, because he's not just an ex-Cowboy. He's like one of the legendary ex-Cowboys. Like, he's a fan favorite.
Yeah, he is a fan favorite.
They reserve his number for special players that are on the team now. They hand out 88. They hand out 94 to a defensive end that they think will be as good as Ware was.
See, I'm not perturbed at it because once he made it, I don't really care because, I count him as a Dallas Cowboy. I don't care what the NFL counts it as or whoever put together that. If he was even involved with whatever was going in there, may have been just a total Cowboys hater that was involved with it. You think DeMarcus Ware picked everything Denver Broncos without putting anything Dallas Cowboys in there?
They get to pick what goes in their display.
So he just wanted all Broncos gear.
That's apparently the case.
So what has happened?
So F you, DeMarcus Ware.
No. I want to know what has happened then with DeMarcus Ware. Is it something to do with Jerry? Is it something has made him, because that guy, as nice as he is and everything else with everybody, wouldn't just forget a whole fan base unless something has happened. And that's what needs to be looked into here.
And I don't think that he would even do that if something was going on between him and Jerry. I don't think he would shoot the middle finger at the fan base, even in that situation.
No, not unless something was done that was so tremendously taint-scratching that he was like, you know what, MFer, take this.
By the way, you remember who presented him into the Hall of Fame? Jerry Jones. Was his presenter.
Maybe he didn't like the way he presented it.
Dude, I'm baffled at this. And I'm irate. Maybe I shouldn't be irate, but I am.
You shouldn't be irate.
I used to like DeMarcus Ware.
Oh, I love shouting "You go nowhere" every time we got a sack or a hit behind the lines. That's my favorite saying besides first down getting Jason Witten during that time.
First down getting
Jason Witten. Mm-hmm. Those were my two sayings. During that time of Cowboys.
But then later it was almost the first down getting
No, he would
Jason Witten.
He would still get the first downs.
Because when you needed 14 yards, he'd get you 12.
Well, he just
When you needed 7, he'd get you 6. But that was much later.
that wasn't during the wear chance. And why
No.
why would you go after Jason Witten during the middle of this? See, this is what pisses me off, Tim.
What?
It's every opportunity you get to shoot a jab at a Cowboy, you can't wait.
That wasn't a jab. He was old.
That was a jab.
He was old.
That was a solid jab.
You have agreed with me that he should have retired 3 years before he actually did.
Yes, but you know what? Now that it's over with, the one thing you go to is like, yeah, no, I remember Jason Witten being awesome. No.
He was awesome.
You sat over there and did a jig and couldn't wait to go, but then when he was older, he couldn't get the first down.
It was your saying. I
Yes.
just approved it.
No, you didn't. You just jigged your way into doing whatever you were doing.
By the way, me and Big Red met Jason Witten one time over at Top Golf for one of Jared Sandler's things. Dude walked past us. I was just like, "Hi, Mr. Witten.
Yeah.
How come you can't get first downs anymore?" I think I was too far away from him. He couldn't even hear me because he was all the way up there.
So, at any
I love
rate,
Jason Witten.
It's-
But I hate DeMarcus Ware now. I'm done. He's dead to me.
well, no, I think the world of DeMarcus Ware, and I don't really care. I don't care.
Doesn't bother you as much of a Dallas Cowboys lover and homer as you are.
Right.
That doesn't bother you that one of their best players ever that goes into the Hall of Fame would not include the Cowboys in his Hall of Fame display.
I'm probably not going there to check it out anyway, so I don't care. You have to understand, I don't care about a lot of things that are ancillary to the game like this is. And yes, I just used a big word, and I'm pretty sure I put it in the right spot. So take that, dick. I don't even know who I'm talking to.
Hey, Google,
Maybe you.
double check Colby's grammar there.
Don't mark take that dick.
Now you do, though, because you said it twice. That should be our title of our show. Wait, are we doing take that dick or take that comma dick? Which one?
I don't know, but
Should we put a comma in it or not? Should we put a comma in the dick or before the dick?
just make the title comma dick.
What if I spell comma wrong and it says coma dick?
Well, you know.
Call that band name too.
That's
We are the Coma Dicks.
right.
Colby on drums. Playing the dick tonight. It's Tim. But it's not his. It was too small. Not even drinking, Colby.
No, you know what? Going down this line of thought real quick because we're in a ditch. and I think I'm going to use the next time I form a band. We're going to be Comatose,
All right.
and it's just the whole the symbol for the band is just going to be a piece of toast in bed.
I like that logo.
Comatose.
You need to draw that so we can use it for the show.
There we go.
Coma toast.
Comatose.
Not comma toast. Or comma-shaped toast.
All right. No, it's just Comatose.
Somebody pull us out of this ditch.
What they say? Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back.
Are
Ma-
you Fujiyama?
Maybe we can wander away from that subject line.
Colby Wander Franco's in trouble. I'm going right for it. You set me up.
I did.
So I'm sure you've seen the allegations.
I have seen the allegations.
And, man, I tell you what, everybody over in that Tampa area, including our own J.P. Peterson and Nick Geddes, they are freaking out right now because, dude, they're declaring the Rays dead. Because not only is Wander Franco out now, forever, how long this takes, maybe forever,
Right.
maybe 20 to life.
Hello, Dad.
however
I'm
they-
in jail.
However they do things down in the Dominican Republic.
He did.
I mean, you know, Shane McClanahan, he's out this year and all of next year now
Right.
with his Timmy John surgery underwear
Tommy John keeps trying to direct message me, by the way.
because he wants you to buy his underwear.
Yeah. I don't want to.
I'm going to buy some when we have money. When we're rich, I'm going to buy Tommy John's underwear. I wonder if he'll sign them
Right.
right on the crotch.
Yeah,
Right across the front.
be with his left arm, though, because his right arm hurts.
Because he gave it away
Yeah.
for surgery. So, yes, if you don't know, if you've been living under a rock the last 2 or 3 days, Rays star player Wander Franco, at the ripe age of, 22?
Uh-huh.
Has been accused of having well, first it was an inappropriate relationship with an underage female.
Well, yeah.
Now there's been more that have come out.
And did you see, okay, you've probably seen this, but before because he was scheduled to pitch, and he was in the middle of the game when they pulled him out, when they heard about this. But before the game, he went on an Instagram post that was basically, y'all don't know. I can't believe y'all are trying to put me in this about this young girl being with me or something. So he already stated stuff about it before it was even
before the game.
Public knowledge. What are you doing, dude?
So our buddies that are more familiar with him than we are, that ply this craft out in Tampa, have made comments about how his lack of maturity level. Like, the guy's immature in like every little thing that he does in life. He's immature in the locker room. He's immature with his business dealings. He's immature with his teammates. This is kind of maybe a product of all that, right? If he's that emotionally stunted, and I mean, you're going to get along with 13-year-old girls better than you are girls your own age.
Don't ever do that.
And again, these are all just allegations. Nothing has come out, and I will let me rephrase that. No proof has been brought to anyone's attention.
That no proof has come to light. Now, whether somebody has proof and they're just waiting to present it to the public or whatever, that may be a different story. But all of these have been accusations. The problem with this is that it's more than one.
Yeah.
That's my problem with it.
And it's just like the Deshaun Watson thing when that came out. Once one comes forward,
right?
If there are, many more will follow. And, I don't know, never been to the Dominican Republic. I don't know what their way of life is down there, but there's a lot of shady shit that goes on down there as far as blackmailing people. I mean,
right.
Remember David Ortiz got shot a few years ago down there, remember?
Yeah.
Over a very sketchy situation. So you never know with stuff that's happening in the Dominican Republic, but whatever it is, man, it's not looking good for Wander Franco right now. One of the really faces of baseball at this point, because there's not many.
No, there's not. And he might be one of the faces of the Rays locally there, but he's, as far as everybody else, I knew of him and that he was pretty good, but I couldn't have picked him out of a lineup until now. I
remember Bassick talking about him when he was like 16. About how he's the next big thing in baseball. He's the next Mike Trout. Like, he's been touted for that long.
Right.
I think he signed with the Rays when he was 16. That's probably why he was talking about him, or in the draft or whatever. But, I mean, yeah, he's one of the bigger names and one of the up-and-comers. And, man, more will come forward, I'm sure, and we'll find out the truth. Or maybe we'll never find out the truth. I mean, like I said, I don't know what goes on down in the Dominican Republic, how they do things.
I don't either. And it could be like it is around here, where you got enough money, you can make enough people hush.
Man, I get the feeling it's not like that down there, though.
So,
I don't know. Colby, let's continue a little bit more baseball here before we get into our list.
Baseball
been very good to me. I am Juan Gonzalez. I hit the ball very far.
Unless it's a slider outside.
Do not throw the slider outside to Juan Gonzalez.
I don't know if are you Juan bot right now?
Heard him talk before.
I know, but you're real
monotone.
You're real one bot right now.
One bot. You did not talk to one bot like one bot. One bot talk how one bot want talk to talk. I think he turned a little bit of Russian there too.
Yeah.
Colby, batting around, we have some guesses here on the Rangers versus the Disastrous for the AL West.
Okay.
From Major League Baseball writers and such. As, we were a little bit worried there about the Astros catching the Rangers. Because the Rangers hit just a little bit of a slide, and the Disastros didn't. And they caught 2 or 3 games on the Rangers in the course of like a week and a half.
Right.
Got to within a game back or a game and a half.
It was a half game.
Was it a half game at one point? Then the Rangers said, you know what? We got this, yo. I don't know if they said that or not. People still say yo.
You did.
I mean, I still say it. The Rangers, as of going into tonight, hold a 3.5 game lead on the Astros for first place in the West. Rangers have gone 8-2 in their last 10. The Astros have gone 6-4. So both teams still show winning ways. But I did some research, and I forgot to bring it because it's on a sticky note on my desk, about since the trade deadline, right? The two big pitchers that the Rangers got, of course, Max Scherzer.
And the Montgomery.
Jacob Montgomery. Well, here, I'll just tell you because I can find it here. Because I wanted to talk about how both of these guys have done since coming over to the Rangers and what a difference maker they're probably both going to be if the trend continues. Colby, Max Scherzer has pitched 3 games. They both pitched 3 games for the Rangers, right?
Right.
Max Scherzer has pitched 6 innings against the Chi Sox, 7 innings against the A's, and 7 innings against the Angels. By the way, 2 of those performances against division opponents.
Right.
He has allowed, of course, that first outing against Chicago, 7 hits, 3 runs. Against Oakland, 3 hits, 1 run.
Mm-hmm.
And against the Angels, 1 hit in 7 innings, no runs. And the Rangers won all 3 of those games by a combined 27-4.
That falls in line with, as far as Max Scherzer is concerned, with fixing his slider.
Yes.
Because the greatness that is known as Mad Dog, pitch better.
God, I hate him.
What? You hate Mike Maddox?
I don't hate Mike Maddox. Never mind. Continue.
So
I don't want to get on Colby's bad side again.
He has fixed it. Because he's the pitch whisperer.
And if anyone could fix it, it's him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Colby, let's talk about strikeouts in those 3 games. 9, 6, and 11.
That's pretty lots.
So what are we talking, 27, right?
That'd be right.
25, whatever it is.
27, 20.
One home run in that time. All right, Max Scherzer making an impression, right? Jacob Montgomery has also now pitched 3 games.
Doing pretty damn well himself.
And that's not Jacob. What's his name? I can't believe I can't remember his name right now. Jordan Montgomery. My bad. Sorry. Let's call him Jacob Montgomery. I don't know why.
I mean, you know.
Colby, Jordan Montgomery has pitched 3 games for the Rangers now. 2-1. Went 6 innings against Miami, 6 innings against Oakland, 6 innings against L.A. So an innings eater, right, as a starter, which is kind of what you want. Hits 6, 7, and 6. Runs 2, 2, and 1. All earned. Combined scores in those games, 13-7. So 2-1. He didn't get the run support that Scherzer did.
In one of those games, yes.
So yeah, when the Rangers were shut out in one of those in that loss. So, man, the 2 big moves at the trade deadline, and we were barking starting pitching, especially with DeGrom gone for this year and some of next year. And they're paying off. I mean, kudos have to go out to Chris Young.
They do, and this whole team is as much hatred that was formed on John Daniels. You need to reverse all of that and give all of the love to CY. Yep. Because it seems like every button he pushes, even when we all know it's the wrong button, like in DeGrom, we all knew that this is probably not going to work out. It's a good gamble. I was down with the gamble because it's not my money. But I kind of figured it was a hurt waiting to happen.
Yeah.
But doing it and then, making up for the miss by going to getting a good. By the way, we didn't trade a whole lot
No.
for what we've got.
You didn't have to give up any of your 26
No.
for either of those guys.
So this has been awesomeness in the works, and the Rangers are going on now. Again, everybody's super excited. They're doing what they should do against these teams. When you're talking about the White Sox and the Angels and teams like this, you should be whipping their ass and throwing in the Giants in there too.
Yeah.
You should be whipping their ass, and you're doing it.
And to me, the best part about all of this, not necessarily the best part, but the part that reassures me the most that this is all genuine and this is earned and this is real. It's not just a flash. They're just not. And obviously from, April to the middle of August, that wouldn't be just a lucky streak anyway. Because, you had the Astros. You know what? It's April. It's fine. It's April. Then they were, you know what? It's May. It's fine. It's May. We got time. Oh, wait, look, it's June. We're good. We'll catch them. Hey, look, it's July. We still got time.
Right.
Oh, shit, now we're halfway through August, and we're 3.5 games back, and we really made a pretty good run, and we still couldn't catch them. The Astros, I better sweat. But the part that makes me feel the most comfortable about all of this is who the manager is.
Boach.
Dude, we've got, Colby, for the first time since –
Ron.
No, I'm going to say since
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Why am I drawing a blank? Bobby Valentine.
I knew you were going there.
We have an honest-to-God, experienced, skins on the wall. And nothing against Ron. I loved Wash. But when he was hired, he had no skins on the wall. He had no experience.
We didn't know about his skins. He had plenty of skins. They
weren't out in the open.
We didn't know about
I
it.
also had some skeletons, too.
Well,
But, dude, I feel like we have and that's all I've ever wanted, man. Since Wash got fired, I'm like, man, bring somebody in with some experience. I'm sorry. We had Showalter for a little while, and that was a miserable experience.
Most everything you said except for Wash was a miserable experience.
It's true. You're right. I don't know, man. I was a big fan of Kevin Kennedy back in the day.
Miserable experience.
But he didn't have any skins on the wall. He wasn't experienced.
I mean, he went on to get some skins.
He did. He did a lot of stuff on TV, too.
Mm-hmm.
But the Twin K.
That's right.
But, so, I mean, that's part of why I feel so good about all of this when the Rangers go. We'll keep everybody posted in case you don't care. We're going to make you listen to it anyway, Colby.
There you go.
There's your sports report. Now, though, Colby, it's time to get into something that has some significance, if in fact there is anything.
Uh-oh.
Because I would like to offer to you, in our List This segment, the best, per ranker, you were right, the best comic book villains of all time, per ranker.
Like, this is every single, all right,
I mean, we're not going over, like, all of them. Let's see how far it goes.
No, but this is including DC,
Everything.
MCU.
It goes 50.
All right.
You want to know what 50 is? Black Manta.
Okay. Little Aquaman villain.
Right. I liked that dude. He was funny. How about Gorilla Grodd?
Gorilla Grodd is a good villain. A telepathic gorilla.
All right. Yeah, I can see it. Looks like he's got the helmet on. Colby 48, General Zod. These are all DC, of course, so far.
Yes. General Zod, I mean.
Isn't that kind of like low for him or high or however you want to say it?
The way he's been used now, that is kind of low because that's one of the main Superman villains they've used in from the TV series to everything else. So he's in both Superman movies.
Yeah.
So,
our first Marvel villain, Colby at 47, Bullseye.
the Daredevil. And Colin Farrell once played that guy.
Yep, he sure did. How about Catwoman at 46?
Well, maybe she's that low because she's also like sometimes a hero situation. So.
Sometimes hot. They need to have a list of the hottest comic book villains. Would she be like the only one? Or Poison Ivy, I guess, would be on there too.
Comic book villains? Hot?
Yeah.
There's plenty.
Is there?
There's so many.
I need to read more naked comic books. Or I could rephrase that. I need to read more comic books naked. Is that a thing?
That's the way some people would.
You think there's a Facebook group for people who read comic books naked?
Probably. Probably.
Look that up. Colby, number 45 from the DC Universe, Deadshot.
Yes. So you're he's an assassin that can't miss, that seems to always miss when he's taking that final shot at the hero.
Does he really always miss?
If something gets in his way
It's a good
or
bit.
something along, he can't miss. He can't miss.
Except for that time.
Except for that one time.
Until he does. Number 44, Craven the Hunter.
Oh, he should be a lot lower. He should be a lot lower. Just, yeah. I mean, as far as like Marvel baddies go, like Craven the Hunter's some people's favorites. He's not mine.
Never heard of him. I've never heard of most of these.
Just runs around hunting things with a cheetah on his back.
This one sounds like a bad Saturday afternoon made-for-TV movie, Colby, at number 43, Killer Croc.
Killer Croc.
Sounds like the sequel to Cocaine Bear.
No, Killer Croc is a half man, half croc circus guy that just ends up living in Gotham sewers. And there's been plenty of battles between Batman and Killer Croc that was like, oh my God. No, Killer Croc's a good.
So he's probably run into the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles once or twice if they all live in sewers.
You
Or
know
are they
what?
not DC? They're DC, right?
They are now, so maybe.
Huh, might have some crossover there.
Mm-hmm.
Colby, number 42 from Marvel, Mysterio.
Even though the movie was awesome, Mysterio has always been one of those guys, if as soon as he showed up in the comic book, you're like, the Lord of Illusion. Just figure it out. It's an illusion. It's not going to hurt you.
Was Mysterio Jake Gyllenhaal in Spider-Man? Is that
Yes.
who he was? Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, the cartoon character is depicted very differently.
Yes.
And Colby, here's an example of one of the hot villains. I can't believe she's this low on the list. Gila.
Hella.
I like to say Gila because it makes me feel sexy.
Hella in the Thor comics, yeah. And then, of course, in Ragnarok, amazing. But I don't know if I'd rank Hella that high. I really don't.
Really?
As far as classic
All right.
comic book supervillains.
I think she's hot. The actress that played her, that was a hot character too, though, in Thor.
Right.
Number 40, Sandman.
Classic. I mean, it's a rip to find out if it was Sandman or Clayface that was first as
Right.
far as Marvel DC. I'm sure there's somebody out there that just did that research. I have not. But yeah, Sandman, especially how he was played in the Tobey Maguire, that was a really good job. So yeah, no, Sandman's always a classic. And plus, he can make you drown in sand.
That's crazy.
That's the thing.
Like quicksand. Colby, number 39 seems pretty low for the Penguin.
Anybody in Batman's Rogues Gallery, including Killer Croc, is going to be low if they're already here.
Really?
Yeah.
Including Mr. Freeze?
Oh, my God. Come on now.
Chill out.
That's not, no. Arnold's Mr. Freeze should never be a part of any
Chill
conversation.
out. That's all I remember from that dumb movie. Which was that? Which Batman was that? That was one of the ones with Robin, right?
That was one of the ones with Robin, and I believe that was the Clooney.
Yeah, I think you're right. Chill out. Colby, 37, Dormammu.
The strange, just evil god being Dormammu. And because of that scene, it's lessened Dormammu every single time.
Huh.
Dormammu,
Not
I'm here to
familiar.
bargain. Dormammu, I'm here to bargain. Dormammu, I'm here to bargain. Stop it, dude.
Mark. Colby, number 36. I'm pretty sure every little newborn child has named his penis this before he was circumcised. It's Red Hood.
Now, are they talking about what version of the Red Hood are they talking about? Are they talking about the Red Hood as the Red Hood before he was the Joker? Or is this Jason Todd being the Red Hood?
It just says Red Hood, and it shows a guy in a costume with a red.
Does he have guns?
Yeah.
Okay, it's the Jason Todd Red Hood. Yeah, all right. It's basically Batman with guns that likes to kill people.
All right. How about 35? Oh, another one for the hot list. Emma Frost.
Has never been played properly in
Never
any of
heard
the
of her.
X-Men movies, but Emma Frost, yes, in the actual comics that's a good baddie.
34 seems low for Scarecrow.
Again, anybody that's in Batman's Rogues Gallery, as far as I'm concerned, that's low.
Taskmaster at 33.
Awesome in the comic books, not awesome, not as awesome in the Black Widow movie.
Number 32, Blattam. Like they missed an opportunity for a name here.
No, it's Black Adam.
Yeah.
And
Black Shazam.
Don't let the Black Adam movie fool you. He's usually a bad guy.
I still haven't seen that.
It's okay.
And he's done, right? Rock's done with all of that.
It's done.
Number 31, Phoenix probably would go on the hot.
The Jean Grey Phoenix.
Yeah.
Even though at some points the Phoenix was a good person or a good character, but whichever.
First introduced in 1976. Wow.
Just hey, MCU, do me a favor. Do not do the Phoenix saga again. It's already been done in both versions of the X-Men already. We don't need it again. Thanks.
I'm sure they'll take that to heart. How about number 30, Two-Face?
I'm going to say the same thing again, so just keep going.
29, Zoom?
Okay, so that's Zoom, so that's not... Are they counting that as the Reverse Flash, or is the Reverse Flash going to be later?
I don't know.
Most.
Oh, no, Reserve Flash is 28.
Okay.
So they're back to back.
All right.
What is it's like only Flash that he can only run backwards?
No, Reverse. I don't have time to explain the Flash verse to you because the Speed Force is a crazy thing, and all the villains in it ended up being some version of Barry.
Okay, they're all fast.
Yeah, so.
Fair enough. You do a whole episode on that. At number 27, another candidate for the hot villain list, Mystique.
Because she can be any woman you want her to be.
I just want her to be that. I want to be Rebecca Romaine.
Or the Jennifer Lawrence played also Mystique.
That's true. And the young one, right? When she was, they did the Back in Time one. Back to the Universe. One of my favorites, Colby, at 26 from Marvel, Juggernaut.
Wait, 26? Okay,
Yeah.
That's way too low.
That's what I thought, too.
Also the reason why I left X-Men 3 in a movie theater.
Because of Juggernaut?
Because they made him a mutant. Asses.
Oh, that's right.
He's not a mutant.
How about number 27, Sinestro? Is that a Green Lantern?
The wielder. Oh, no. He's a yellow lantern.
Oh, but he is a lantern.
Yes.
Why is he green in the picture?
Because he starts out being a member of the Green Lantern Corps and then turns to use fear as his weapon instead of wheel.
Gotcha. Willpower. How about 24, Red Skull? Also what I named my penis.
I loved the Red Skull in the comic books, and he was all right in the Captain America movie. But Red Skull, every time I picked up a Captain America comic book, it was like if the villain wasn't Red Skull, I was almost out.
Yeah.
So.
Number 23, Colby. I'm going to butcher this name, but it's Ra's al Ghul.
Ra's al Ghul.
That was close. Never heard of him.
He came up the villain ranks because of the Batman animated series. Ra's wasn't really one of those that they would go to very often in the comic books. They would go to every because if they needed to bring somebody back, he ran the Lazarus Pit, which brought people back. So, but then the animated series really took on that, and of course everything else from Batman Begins and such. That's where Liam Neeson played him. So
Did you really?
Yep, and Batman Begins.
Wow, I don't think I recall that. How about number 22 with Brainiac?
That is the Superman villain that they've never done in the movies that really should have been done pretty quickly. Brainiac in like the comics and whatever, that's just wow. That's when you know S is about to hit the fan.
Right.
Shit's about to hit the fan. Brainiac's in the comic book. So.
Doomsday at number 21.
Get the out of here.
Yep.
He's higher than all. Doomsday, yeah, he killed Superman. Great. Awesome. But then Superman came back to life because of sun and atoms, and he turned into a laser beam for a little bit. Don't get me down that storyline.
And then he was gay.
No, his son was.
Number 20, another hot candidate, Colby. Poison Ivy.
Higher than Two-Face and Penguin. I don't even put her higher than Two-Face and Penguin in like just the rogues gallery of Batman itself.
How about number 19, Apocalypse?
Awesome in the comic books, awful in the movie.
Who played it in the movie?
Oscar Isaac.
I don't remember that. Maybe I didn't see it. How about Ultron at 18? Seems kind of low or high for me.
Ultron in the Joss Whedon movie, you go back and watch it now, you realize it was actually a lot better than we gave it credit for at the time.
Yeah.
But Ultron in the comic books, he's a world ender. When Ultron shows up, a Thanos level threat, Ultron was a better than Thanos level threat. Ultron ended stuff, made things go bye-bye.
17 says Scarecrow, but didn't we already have Scarecrow?
We did.
Is this a different Scarecrow? I don't know. It looks like the same one to me.
DC Universe. Did the other one say DC Universe? I mean, there's been other.
Has there?
Just don't even worry about it. Is it
too late? I'm worried. It says DC Universe.
All right.
But it's a cartoon one. This one looks like more movie quality Scarecrow. Colby, number 16, Kingpin. I had that bowling movie for him.
No, it's not the same Kingpin. And we're going to love Kingpin some more as
Vincent D'Onofrio.
As we get the Echo series is going to have him in it as well as, of course, the Daredevil series is going to have him in it. But Kingpin is always, he's the monster.
Sweet.
He's the monster.
I like him.
Of Hell's Kitchen. And got to be the mayor of New York. I said it.
Wow. It's a sneak preview for you there. How about 15, Galactus? Isn't he like the most powerful of all villains ever?
Well, I mean, he eats planets.
Yeah.
You just
I wonder what his breath smells like.
Sends whatever the planet smelled like.
Pollution.
Yeah. So since he's a planet eater, yeah, he's pretty badass. Of course, he always ends up getting whooped. I mean,
how do you beat a planet eater?
First, you have to take out his herald and then make the herald join your squad. And then after he does, then you all fly up as one and just go kick his large ass.
Sounds like Voltron could take out Galactus.
Nah, Voltron's not big enough to take out Galactus.
No.
Even though all they had to do was just, get out their flaming sword and it's all over with.
Right? How about Green Goblin at 14?
That's low. That's low. I mean, there's others. He's like the top Spider-Man villain.
Mm-hmm. Well, because then you got a 13, Doc Ock.
Flip them. You got to flip them.
Yeah, I would think so. Riddler at 12.
Okay.
So we're getting close to the top 10 here.
I mean, I think Riddler should sneak into the top 10, especially after the Pat Bat movie.
Mm-hmm. I would think so.
Sneak him in there. But
Lex Luthor at 11. Lex Luthor doesn't make the top 10.
Okay.
Now you're going to have a problem, huh?
Here it comes. Irritated. I am irritated. All right. Let's go top 10 because.
All right. Number 10, Colby. Carnage.
Better than Lex. He should be in the top 10 just because of, me reading through that series, just ripping through every single page and then going back and reading it again. But better than Lex Luthor as far as all-time comic book villains. Get the F out of here.
Number 9, Deathstroke.
Fuck you. I mean, I love Deathstroke. Don't get me wrong.
But not top 10, right?
No, he's not top 10.
No. Bane at 8. Ahead of the Riddler.
Bane is Batman's Doomsday. Bane was brought in just to break the bat. That was it. So Bane and Doomsday should be right there next to each other, and that's
Eddie Brock / Venom at number 7.
I don't even count him as a villain. It's like just an anti-hero.
Weird, right?
I mean, he chases Spider-Man around for a long-ass time, but then he breaks off in his own path.
Mm-hmm. Got his own movie. Colby, number 6, Loki.
That's because of the movies. Nobody would have put him anywhere near this without the movies.
You don't think so?
No.
Thanos at number 5.
Okay. All right, I'm okay with that.
You with that? Okay.
Okay.
Number 4, Darkseid.
Should have been higher.
Really?
Yeah. My love for Darkseid and
I like Darkseid too.
His whole apocalypse and everything and the war with New Genesis and all that, that's me. So I would have put him higher.
Number 3, Magneto.
It's a definite need for him. Like Magneto, Lex Luthor, but your tops should have been, never mind. Tell me what number 2 is.
Number 2, Dr. Doom.
That's a definite. That's correct. Dr. Doom and then Joker.
And then Joker at number 1, Colby, is your
It's-
number 1, as voted on by fans on Ranker, the best comic book villain.
Joker, Dr. Doom, then I'd probably sneaked in Lex Luthor, and then you can go with Magneto. And I mean, crap. There's so many there, but I think I'd go Darkseid 5. That'd have been mine.
Yeah, Darkseid would definitely be in my top 5. But see, my top 5 would be based on stuff I'm familiar with and TV shows and movies that I've seen, other than Darkseid. I mean,
And you sat through the whole Snyder cut, and then
Yeah.
Darkseid at the end. You're like, oh my god, that
Yeah.
guy's amazing.
I think I texted you like, holy crap, who's this Darkseid dude? Yeah, no, that was awesome. Well, there's your list, Colby.
And Ranker failed me again, except for the number 1 villain that was on there, because most people, Joker's going to be your number 1 just because of how many times it's been played well and how many times, well, that one time it wasn't played. Sorry, Jared.
Right.
So coming up next, we're going to crawl into Tim's beard and roll around and see if we can find some birds, maybe some video,
Yes, please.
and maybe some stowaways all in his beard. That's all coming up next, plus news and notes on the Colby Sapp IndyCarTim Show.
Hello, sports fans.
Fanstream Sports.
Hi, golfers. IndyCar Tim here. I want to talk to you a little bit about Golf Central Magazine. It's not just a golf magazine, it's the magazine for everything: turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Head over to golfcentralmag.com and check out the latest issue. Some of the regular features in Golf Central Magazine: the Golf Bachelorette of the Month, the Golf Bachelor of the Month, the Golf Cart Girl of the Month, Golf History, Grip It and Sip It. So head over to golfcentralmag.com. It's free. It's the magazine for everything: turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Golf Central Magazine at golfcentralmag.com. We'll see you there.
All right, guys, time to talk a little bit about turf life. You've seen the hats on our heads. You've been or seen the video of the studio. You've seen that the decals are all over the place. Turf Life. Man, it's the brand that salutes the consumer and industry players everywhere whose lives involve turf. What does that mean? That means if you play or have a business or, maybe you're a sports educator, you're going to be on turf at some point. So you live the turf life. So go ahead and tell everybody you live the turf life by having your Turf Life window decal or, the hat or the keychain or the something. Along that lines, just go to turflifeclub.com and become a turf head. That's what it's called when you live the turf life. You're now a turf head. And you can go join the club today and snag that window decal or snag any other special Turf Life accessories and go over there to that website, which is turflifeclub.com, and get your stuff and show everybody that, man, I'm all about that turf life. And then you just kind of raise your coffee mug at them and go, yeah, turf life, baby. That's what it's about. And then that's the end of the commercial. Ding. That means it's done in microwave talk.
Hello, golf friends. It's IndyCar Tim from the Rough. I want to take just a minute here and tell you about our new friends over at Orca Golf. They make high-quality PGA Tour-grade golf bags, and they're the best in the business. They're the real deal. They're the best bags I've ever seen. They even designed a bag for the Golden Bear himself, Jack Nicklaus. Head over to orca-golf.com and pick up a great bag from their catalog, or let them customize one just for you. You can use your own custom colors, your own logo, you name it. You work with actual designers, and nothing goes out without the approval of founder Erica Bennett. She's just brilliant. Visit orca-golf.com, that's orca-golf.com, and use our promo code DSP10 for 10% off and free shipping. Do it today. Orca Golf, best choice in game.
Guys, let me tell you about Bay Area Modern Medical Center. Are you experiencing low sex drive, fatigue, hot flashes, moodiness, and you just don't feel like you have the vitality you once had? You're not just getting old, it's likely low testosterone. Studies over the last 20 years show a shocking decline in younger males aged 16 to 39. Older men have seen a sharp decline as well. Do something about it. Go see my friend Christopher Lugo at Bay Area Modern Medicine. Testosterone replacement is not a frivolous treatment. It takes a professional, targeted approach that focuses on total body wellness, vitality, and emotional stability. Not a one-size-fits-all approach like many clinics use. They will monitor your blood work and adjust your treatment as needed for optimal results. Call 844-977-3477 or go to BAMMC.com.
Hey, listeners, make sure you check out the brand new FanStream Sports in-studio text line. You can reach us during any of our live shows or 24/7 at 214-937-0569. That's 214-937-0569. Text us 24/7 day or night, and we'll reply to you and make you part of the show.
Coming back at you. Now, more FanStream Sports.
Welcome back to the Colby Sapp IndyCarTim Show right here on FanStream Sports. I'm IndyCarTim. That guy over there is Colby Sapp, coming at you on a Wednesday. Getting close to wrapping things up here. Make sure you're here later for the world-famous Colby Sapp news and notes of the strange and weird that he found on the internets.
Damn right.
And also a reminder, I don't think we've mentioned it tonight, but all of you with the iPhones out there
But we haven't mentioned that.
that have
This
been
is big
waiting.
news.
It's big news for us because we've only been waiting 6 months. Thanks, Apple developers.
Asses.
The FanStream Sports iOS app is available and on the Apple Store for free. Download it, search for FanStream Sports, DSP Media, one or both of those, and you'll find it. It's free. You can get all of our latest content on there, and then when we have a live show emanating from one of the several studios across the country, it will go live on the app. It'll interrupt the stream, and you'll get to hear us live. And then when there's not a live stream, you get to hear all of the latest episodes of all of our great podcasts, just in a loop.
That damn right.
And it's updated every day.
And yes, iPhone is up right now. So go look for that. But you're like, if this is your first time hearing about it, Android's also been up for a while. So
go get it at Google Play Store or the Apple Store or wherever you need to go.
Right.
Or if you don't want to do any of that,
just download. Just go to the website.
Yeah, go to fanstreamsports.com. You can get all of our podcasts, all of our shows on demand, plus live video. We're live right now on fanstreamsports.com.
What up?
I think.
Just
pretty sure we are.
Yelled at the people that are still watching from wherever they're watching.
Right. What up? We woke up your parents. Sorry.
Yeah, mm-hmm.
If you're trying to sneak in a bedroom, we just busted you. Colby, I'd like to show you what's in my beard today.
Oh, dear.
There's a girl in my beard. I'm just kidding.
Well,
there was a girl in my beard the other night. It's pretty exciting for me. Doesn't happen very often.
Mm-hmm.
Not going to lie. Let's see, Colby, would you like to see, as we're going to have fun with real video,
okay.
would you like to see this has never happened in the history of Fenway Park before? Would you like to see the embarrassing Somali sprinter's performance? Or would you like to see, did you know Die Hard was a sequel?
Well, duh. Let's go with Die Hard as a sequel.
You want to do that one first?
Yeah. Let's see if I know anything about this.
I had never heard of any of this. This blew me away. The way the guy presents it, too, which is amazing.
All right.
Let's take a gander here.
The movie Die Hard is a sequel, and it gets even crazier after that. So Die Hard was based on the 1978 novel Nothing Lasts Forever, which itself was a sequel to the 1966 novel The Detective. The Detective was turned into a movie in 1968 starring Frank Sinatra. So even though they changed the name of the main character from Leland to McClane, it's still technically a sequel. And so the studios were legally obligated to offer 70-year-old Frank Sinatra the lead role. Only after he turned it down were they able to go ahead and cast Bruce Willis. Die Hard, of course, was a big success, so they made Die Hard 2, which was based on a standalone novel called 58 Minutes. So a book that wasn't a sequel was turned into a movie that was a sequel to a movie that was based on a book that was already a sequel to a book that was turned into a movie. Confused yet? It gets crazier. Die Hard with a Vengeance wasn't based on a book. It was based on an original screenplay called Simon Says that was intended to be a sequel to Brandon Lee's Rapid Fire. Now, originally, Die Hard 3 was going to be set on a boat, but after the release of Under Siege, they thought the two movies were too similar, so that script got scrapped. But, ironically, the script for Under Siege was originally pitched as a sequel to, you guessed it, Die Hard 2. Under Siege was originally supposed to be Die Hard 3. Some of the elements of the Die Hard on a Boat script made it into another movie called Speed 2 Cruise Control, a sequel to the original Speed, which ended in a subway crash, a scene that was taken from another script about terrorists taking over a subway that was originally pitched as a, you guessed it, Die Hard 3. So to recap, Die Hard with a Vengeance, which was written to be Rapid Fire 2, became Die Hard 3 after the script for Die Hard 3 was deemed too similar to Under Siege, which was written to be Die Hard 3. Die Hard 3, of course, the sequel to Die Hard 2, which was based on a book that wasn't a sequel but turned into a movie that was a sequel to a movie based on a book that was a sequel to a book that was turned into a movie starring Frank Sinatra.
That's too much.
Brain hurt yet?
That's too much. I was aware that the Die Hard movies came from somewhere else.
Right.
It was like, well, that failed, but we can turn it into a Die Hard movie, and they would just change the lead character to John McClane, and that's the reason why there doesn't seemingly be a whole lot of connection besides, John McClane between Die Hard 2, 3, and there's not like same villains or anything like that. Of course, he kills his villains, so there's part of it.
Right.
But
so I watched this the other night when I'm scrolling TikTok when I was supposed to be going to sleep.
I didn't know about the Frank Sinatra thing, though.
Dude, so I've seen The Detective. I had no idea that there was any connection. I watched that like 3 times back to back to back, and my brain hurt. And then all I could think about was Frank Sinatra playing John McClane and uttering the famous line, "Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker." I can totally hear Frank Sinatra saying that.
Yeah, you could, but what you couldn't hear or see him do is Frank jumping off the building with the helicopter crash and all of that stuff as he uses the fire hose to...
Right.
70-year-old Frank Sinatra just like... "Roar!"
And then he breaks into "Fly Me to the Moon."
Welcome to the party, pal!
Dude. And if it was Frank Sinatra, it would have had to take place in Las Vegas.
Right.
Not L.A.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I had to share that with you because that's one of the greatest things I've ever seen.
Moved to Nakatomi Tower.
Nagasaki Tower.
That's not the...
That's not what that is. Colby, let's move from Nagasaki Tower.
That's still not a thing.
To the, now you're aware Fenway Park, oldest park in the majors.
Right.
Were you aware, and this is just something that I know, this isn't part of the video, that opening day, Fenway Park, April 12th, 1914, the same day the Titanic sank.
No.
Fenway Park opened on the same day the Titanic sank. True story. Little known trivia because I know all the stupid things that nobody cares about, right?
Right. Storehouse of useless knowledge.
So I am, dude, big time. So this happened the other day in a game. I forgot who was playing. It's obviously the Red Sox.
In a game.
Can't remember. In the middle of a game.
All right, cool.
Pay close attention to the baseball as it lands somewhere, and these lights have been here forever. Probably not since 1912. But this has never happened at Fenway Park before.
Tonight. That's a shot out to left. Yoshida back. Racing can't get. Here comes the run.
Oh,
the
it's
ball's
stuck
in there. It's stuck inside the light.
That was huge.
Look at that.
He couldn't find it.
Wow.
Look at this, busting the light. And he thought it had bounced back, and it's stuck inside the wall, and they're going to send a runner back.
That saved a run.
Did.
So those lights aren't flush. They're like half globes.
Yeah.
That stick out.
They're bulbous.
They're very bulbous. Like that word, bulbous.
That's the reason why I would set it, because bulbous, like just
the way you said it too.
Bulbous.
Mark. But yeah, so the entire history of Fenway Park, that's never happened. And you can't say a lot of things about that.
No, I mean, they've knocked out like the scores.
Yeah.
Like the numbers have fallen through or whatever. But
in the manual scoreboard, yeah.
Yeah.
Colby, are you a track and field fan?
Like on the video game, or just.
But you had to use your comb. Did you ever use your comb? That's what we did, like in the 80s.
You used your comb?
Because, yeah, you pull your comb, because we all had combs because it's the 80s, right? And we had to have our wings and feathered, right?
Yeah.
Right? So what you did is because the two buttons were right here, right?
Yeah.
You would take your comb and do this, you only had to hit one side. And
Okay.
it would automatically
So you
do
get the
other
automatic. All right,
We cheated, Colby, like we did in the 80s.
Then you went to band, and then you learned to wipe out on the snare, and then you went home, and all of a sudden you threw off your track and field game.
Played trombone, Colby. So this would be more of like an international competition actual track and field.
Okay, so not like with the NES Power Pad or whatever.
And you're familiar with the powerhouse country because they beat everybody all the time in any sport they ever play, Somalia.
Yes. No, I'm aware of that because of action movies.
Like war and stuff, right? Mm-hmm. And strife.
That's right. And Steven Seagal.
Steven Seagal in Somalia. Well, they're not known for their track team, Colby.
Okay.
As you're about to see.
Uh-oh.
Colby, the entire country of Somalia has apologized to the rest of the world for the performance you're about to see by their, and I'm using air quotes, sprinter.
We, the country of Somalia, would like to apologize to the rest of the world
for this performance. Are you ready?
Apologize to all our fans out there.
Oh, Colby.
Yes, I'm actually ready.
Already 在第9道的印度选手施万卡，包括第2道的中国香港选手梁君怡，这都是11名。在 U20 亚锦赛上也拿到过奖牌。我们来看看这一枪的表现。好的，选手出发，齐尔瓦莫朗现在的领先还是比较有优势的。石川优在这个阶段逐渐开始掉队了。齐尔瓦莫朗处在第1位，率先撞线，全力的去冲啊！这一枪11秒58。到最后似乎想收着劲儿跑，但是已经收不住。似乎想收着劲儿跑，但是已经收不住。
Like I won. Colby.
I competed.
It took her 22 seconds to finish the 100 meters. I think I could do that.
I mean, I don't think that was.
Did she look pregnant though?
When was the tryout? That's what I want to know. I want to know who didn't make the team.
She was the fastest Somali.
That's not true.
They have to make a movie of that.
That can't be true.
And it has to be called The Fastest Somali.
No. There's got to be redemption. There's got to be somebody. There's got to be some Somalian out there watching TV going, what?
I could do that for half the price.
My favorite thing about that wasn't the beginning, though. It was at the end.
Which he skipped?
When it was because it was like if you've ever watched Steven Seagal run.
Oh God!
It was she broke into a Steven run for a second,
kind of waving her arms and stuff.
It's like and his run. And if you haven't ever seen him, just go watch any of his movies. He runs in all of them. You'll notice that his elbows don't move from his side. No, because he runs like this.
Yep, like Lisa Belcher on Bob's Burgers.
Yeah, it's this. That's amazing.
Except for that movie where he fights sitting down.
That's actually more than one.
I'm so watching that. I can't believe you sent me that. I'm totally watching that movie. It's got to be in our list of our.
No, we're going to go through a few Steven Seagal movies.
What are we going to call that? Cinema Time with Colby and Tim or something?
Well, I'll come up with a good name for it. I haven't thought of it yet.
Name. I did that on the fly. I'd like to apologize to all the other countries out there for that name that I came up with just now. And finally, Colby, on a heavier note.
Oh, dear.
Before we get into Colby Sapp's world-famous news and notes.
Are you going to hand it off to me with the bad end of the stick?
Nobody died.
Okay, all right.
Yet.
Oh, dear.
Colby, there was a group of so we go from Somalia to Nigeria.
Mm-hmm.
There were a group of Nigerian stowaways who survived a 14-day journey across the Atlantic on a cargo ship's rudder.
What?
They rode on the rudder.
I can't.
I should have had this picture ready, huh?
I can't envision.
Throw this picture up there.
Yeah, I don't, because I think of the rudder, I think of most of it being below the water. Now I just picture like kids holding on to it, but they're like Aquaman kids where the bubbles just keep going.
So, dude, 14 days. I'm going to put the picture up there for you guys watching the video. And this just shows 2, but I'm assuming there's like room up here behind everybody because you can kind of see an opening there. 14 days. It says they survived. There were 4 men who ultimately ended up in Brazil, from Nigeria to Brazil. So across the South Atlantic.
They catch fish or something to eat? What was happening?
They survived by drinking ocean water, crashing below them. Like, that's it. No food.
I would guess, there is stuff in the water. There's salts and everything else.
So they took food with them but ran out of food on the 10th day. So they just went 4 days without food and having to drink seawater.
That's going to jack your stomach up.
Dude.
How much... I'm going to say it. How much just jacked up bodily functions happened because you drank the seawater?
Yeah, you don't know what's in that.
No.
But
that can't make that rudder experience better. Not that it was great.
You can see on the picture there's
just hanging on.
And imagine when they turn. Probably wasn't a lot of turning going on, but
no
whole lot of turning going on. But dude, 14 days sitting on that thing. Imagine how much their butt hurts.
Well, not only that, but God, I can't imagine trying to go to sleep on that damn thing.
Man, you couldn't. Is life in Nigeria that bad? I don't ever hear about. I don't know. Maybe it is.
We
don't hear about Nigerian refugees, do we?
Can we just go ahead and say obviously?
Obviously,
Tim.
Dude.
You want to leave there so bad, you just jump on a rudder.
Do you think maybe they thought they could get up into the rest of the ship from there, and they just jumped on thinking, okay, cool, there's a hole there, we can get up into a cargo hold or something. And then, by that time, they're out to sea and there's nowhere else to go. You can't call anybody. They obviously don't have phones. You can't signal to anybody.
Once you're there, you're done.
You're there until they stop.
Maybe the original plan was, we'll get in there somehow, but they quickly realized probably just on getting onto the damn thing,
dude,
that boat couldn't have gone too far without they're like, man, we can swim back, right?
Yeah, once you realize there's nowhere to go.
5 minutes?
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, I can swim back.
I'm jumping in.
And that option was there, and they're like, nope, staying right here, bud.
Dude, that is insane.
Staying right here.
That's going to be a movie, right?
Yes.
They're going to call it The Slowest Somali.
No, that's a different movie in a different country and a whole different thing.
They should show them together, though.
I can't wait for whatever comedian gets a hold of The Slowest Somali, though. It just makes that into a gaffe for the whole country to see.
The Slowest Somali.
Thank you, Tim. Thank you, me. Thank you for making us sound good. News and Notes is where I search the World Wide Web for the weird.
Internets.
By God, I found it. Tim, do you know what CAPTCHA is?
I do.
So, if you don't know what CAPTCHA is, you should. It's where they ask you to make sure you're not a bot. They make sure if you can count all the trucks in the pictures, or how many street lights are in the pictures, or whatever. That's
make
CAPTCHA.
sure you're who you say you are.
That's right. So there's now researchers that are out that, because what's the main thing for CAPTCHA? What's the main thing? Main thing is to make sure that you're human and you're not a bot. You're not a computer program trying to get in there just to get information or whatever, right?
Right.
All right, cool. So researchers have now found that the bots are better than humans.
Smarter.
At doing the CAPTCHA. Because, sometimes there's only a corner of the truck, and we're not sure if there's a truck there, but the bots are sure, and they get it right more times than the humans do. So the thing that was supposed to thwart the hacking of bots, the bots are now better at it than we are. So
you never know if that's a bridge or is it just a road or
right.
Is that a sidewalk or a highway?
Are they counting the railroad track as a street?
Yes.
I mean,
it's
I don't.
Confusing.
So
only bots know.
So that's just another proving that AI is better at things than we are.
Yep.
And it's just now they're better hackers and stuff than we are. So let's go from there to Oregon, as they've put a new law out, which I kind of agree with, but why did it take so long? As a new Oregon law allows patients to have their amputated body parts back.
Why was this not before? That doesn't seem right.
So for cultural and or spiritual beliefs, let me put another one on there that wasn't in this list, or just because that's mine.
Yeah.
So you weren't allowed, and I think this is pretty common practice. You weren't allowed, like if for some reason you had to lose a limb, you weren't allowed to keep that.
What if you wanted to grow another you?
Or what if, I mean, not even besides that, just, I wouldn't want it more than likely, but it's mine. It's literally mine.
Can you like hang it on the wall?
Maybe you want to stuff it.
Taxidermy, human body parts.
Yeah, or something. Or, hey, you know what? Maybe I want to get this thing, taxidermied, like you said, and make it into my own false leg.
So, look, if a
Still
chick...
my leg.
Here's the way I look at it. If a chick can legally give birth and they give you back the placenta for you to ingest, for whatever reason that is, it's supposed to be good for you, right?
Okay.
Like that's a thing.
You are already here at Placentaville.
Why can't I keep the foreskin after you circumcise me?
Well, I'm saying is the law said it wasn't. Now it says you can. And my question was, this is like the truly only thing that's really mine.
Right.
So,
I was born
not
with
saying
it.
that I wanted it, but the option to having it. There you go.
I want it all.
All right. Quoting 80s rock. Here we are. So there's a new viral trend, which is starting to make me believe that we're just basically going back to old trends and we're doing them again. This is on the TikTok. As Gen Z, welcome to the party, is ditching bras in the latest viral trend, let them be free.
Yes.
So it's back again.
Yes. The world is good.
So
Wait, how old is Gen Z?
Is that after Gen X? Because I'm Gen X. So is it Gen
Right.
Z is...
Like born mid-'80s, late 80s?
I'm guessing.
Okay, so they're legal. Okay, I'm in.
Mm-hmm.
I want to make sure they weren't like 12.
Well, the millennials are the ones
that's
that are
right,
just
that's
now
right.
coming to be adults.
That's right. Screw them.
It's like boomers, X, Z, millennials,
Okay.
and whatever the
Whatever they call it again.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so Gen Z is setting the nipple free.
Yes.
And so if you go visit the TikTok, then there's a lot more people without bras on there. So, congratulations.
I approve of this.
To TikTok. Crap. Go back. X out. Next story. I had to read this headline. So apparently, I'll get to the headline. Apparently, there's a person in Chicago who a lot of in the high-rise area that lives there. He's a dude that has a lot of women that can see into his, like their apartment window faces his apartment window. There's a lot of women that are issuing complaints that he spends a lot of time naked.
Who doesn't?
Just walking around the windows. But he's not just kind of walking around doing his thing inside his apartment. He's looking out. Watching people to be watching him. Chicago, of course, is saying, hey, man, there's nothing we can do about this because he's in his apartment.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, hey, stop looking at him.
Yep.
Women have filed complaints, though, because he'll watch them watch him while his pickle's out.
His tallywhacker?
Yeah. And starts, if they see him and they move to another room, he'll move to another room adjacent to them. So if they look out their window, He's still pickle out.
That's a good bit. That's a tiny bit.
In fact, one of the people complaining said in one day, he basically was just pickle out about 70 times at different times.
I mean, I can relate.
And the headline is Naked Neighbor Exposes Cracks in Indecency Laws. Thank you for that headline. I appreciate your work, WGN9.
Huh. I need to meet that person.
So there's nothing they can do about it. Dude, do you remember Leonardo DiCaprio in the Catch Me If You Can movie?
Yeah.
I found him. So there's this 19-year-old who faked being a medical professional, now is arrested for defrauding a dealership of over $100,000. 19 years old. So Zachary Brent Bailey was arrested early Sunday morning on an outstanding felony warrant. Seems that he sold a 2023 Acura MDX and a Toyota Tundra. One for $48,000, one for $66,000 to this dealership. By the way, these cars weren't his. No. And so because of that, he, of course, defrauded this car sales group, and so police came after him. According to KRIS, Bailey posed as a physician's assistant to gain access to hospitals in Corpus Christi, Texas, for like 2 months. So what he did is he came in, found a badge ID, put it on, and then found some scrubs, put those on, and then said he was part of a assistant exchange program. They believed it. He worked there for like 2 months.
Okay, so how do you collect a paycheck like that when it's not your real name?
I don't know. But obviously he did something because this is what this kid does, right?
Yeah.
The $100,000. Now, when they arrested him, they found that he had an older model police vehicle, a ghost gun. I have no idea what that is. A bulletproof vest.
No.
And a T-shirt that said Sheriff's Department.
Dude.
He was about to pose as a police officer when they caught him after this auto finance deal. 19 years old. Talk about just playing too much Grand Theft Auto.
Ghost guns are untraceable firearms that you buy online and you assemble them at home.
Had it. So they're pretty sure, and I agree with them, that he was about to start posing as a cop.
Wow.
Imagine the things he could have got away with for that. Because obviously this kid can talk. I mean, he talked his way through not selling a dealership one bad car, but 2 of them. And for 2 months was under an assistant exchange program.
Like, I get that happening, like back when that movie happened, like in the 60s and 70s, right? That would be a lot easier. But like in this day of the internet and stuff.
Where you can just search up, hey, who is this guy? Or email the people that he's like.
Yes.
Yeah. Maybe it just took him 2 months to respond.
Nobody checks their email anymore.
So I've got to make sure I make it to this story because this is the story that flipped my lid in pre-show. So we're going over to Peru. In Peru, there's been people reporting and recording, videotaping alien attacks. As people are saying that people with long faces and ability to like fly and hover and everything else have been attacking people. And they've got this on camera some and whatever. And it's becoming a real big thing on the internet. The Peruvian government has now reported their findings on what this is, as they believe that this is what this is, and it's not aliens, everybody. As the, quote, flying aliens harassing a village in Peru are actually, according to authorities, illegal miners with jetpacks. That's what the cops say. Is that they say that illegal mining is a big thing over there in Peru, right? And so these illegal miners have decided that they're going to slap on their flying vehicle jetpacks, as the cops say they are, and harass people to also, hey, stay away from our mine. They're Scooby-Dooing the situation.
And they'd have gotten away with it if it wasn't for those dang kids.
And the cops with the Peruvian cops. Oh, my God. So the aliens that are attacking people, man, somebody call Fred, Daphne,
Wilma.
Yeah. And Betty, Fred,
Barney, and Dino.
Illegal miners with jetpacks. First of all, I need to ask the cops, where are these illegal miners getting these jetpacks from, bud?
Dude, I want one.
Are they... That's what I mean, because I'll go illegal mine for a little bit if I can get a jetpack.
Heck yeah. Like, do they just give one to you when you show up for work?
But what I don't understand is how the cops think that these guys that, by the way, they're doing this illegally, are going to call cops to the place where they're at by just randomly attacking villagers with their jetpacks.
Right.
I mean, this is worse than like the weather balloon thing, right? No, it wasn't a UFO. That's a weather balloon. The sun glinting off of it just right. And nothing to see here, kids.
Miners.
This is the authorities' theory.
The Peruvian authorities.
That they released to the public. Not that they had in-house. They're like, well, it could be illegal miners with jetpacks. All right, write that on the whiteboard. I don't think that's it, Sam, but it's one of our theories. No, this is what they handed like to the news. Like, this is what we think it is.
Jeez. I mean, people believe anything.
So, not aliens, illegal miners
in suits
with jetpacks.
Wow.
So there's that. Oh, here's the other thing, and this is probably the last thing, and this so probably, well, I saw this and thought maybe I wanted to exit the world.
Oh, no.
So, you see that Alabama-Montgomery brawl? Did you see that?
Yeah.
Okay. And everybody's like, the chair got a name, and Swimmington got a name, and everybody got a name that jumped in and helped. Forgot the guy's name that originally got attacked by those folks. But first of all, I went over that so many times in my brain that if I'd have seen that, I would have thought to jump in to help.
Yep.
But then it'd been like, I'd have been the white guy there. And like, I'd have been beating up the other white people.
Yep.
Because don't dogpile it. And that's one of my rules. Don't dogpile on a human.
Sure.
They got to even the fight. You're making it uneven. Well, we got to go make this even. But then I'd put myself in that situation and be like, all right, you'd end up getting jumped too, because it's now become an obvious who's on who thing, and you've basically your shirts versus skins, and the shirts are the bad guys, and you still got yours on. So, but anyway, there's an internet post out there via the Facebook that says that the Montgomery brawl was caused by witches. It seems that hours before the Montgomery brawl, witches had witch off.
Is that a thing?
I don't know what they call it.
With brooms?
They showed up and spread around their spells and incense and everything on that, and are quoted saying everything happens for a reason.
Are they whipping up their cauldron of bones and hair?
To the point that it's now, this post has become viral and people are commenting on it. I knew there was something. So they think also that the witches were opening portals.
To where?
I don't know, Angerville, to cause all this to happen.
Narnia?
Yeah, so anyway, just want everybody to know out there that no, the Montgomery brawl wasn't caused by witches opening portals. Just,
can witches open portals? Like, I know they can do spells and stuff, but can they time travel?
I mean, portals to other dimensions or something.
I know. I didn't know witches could do that. When you get a witch on the show.
If you're an actual witch, contact Tim.
Yeah.
He's interested.
At IndyCarTim on the X.
That's news and notes, everybody.
Wow. Thank you, Colby.
Illegal miners with jetpacks.
Stop.
Are you Fujiyama?
Yes, we will do our showing/watching party of Samurai Cop here coming up one of these Saturdays, maybe.
Oh, damn right.
Maybe we'll set a Saturday in September.
Oh, that'd be nice.
We'll do that, and if anybody wants to come watch it, you can ask. We'll probably say no because we don't like to share our alcohol. Maybe we'll have our fireball machine up here by then. Still working on that. Studio fireball machine, Colby.
That'd be nice.
We'll put Jameson in it for you.
You know, you could put, then I'd actually probably drink.
Maybe so. We'll make sure that happens. That's going to do it for us tonight. I am IndyCarTim. That is Colby Sapp. We will be back on Monday with another Colby Sapp and IndyCarTim show. We can't promise it'll be this fun, but we can certainly promise we'll try. Until then, boys and girls, we'll see ya.